So what I just talked about are actually called river plume fronds. Okay? River plume. So you have a river that supplies fresh water to the ocean. Okay, so we have transition zones which are called positive estuaries. This is the transition zones between the pure river, freshwater environment and the pure seawater, oceanic. Okay, and the large river plumes, instead of just pushing water into the adjacent ocean, it's actually this so-called plume turns and follows the coastline. Here are examples for the northern hemisphere. Okay, so the fresh water, which is on the left side, is actually some measurements of salinity from a plane. There are some methods by which you can measure salinity at a relatively coarse resolution. Anyway, okay, so you can see from the top, this is the Chesapeake Bay plume. And blue means low salinity. You can see the units here. Blue is 15 parts. This is practical salinity units, which is the same as grams per kilogram. Okay? And you see the green, it's still not relatively low salinity here anyway. But you can see the plume follows and it turns actually to the right. And here's also a sketch. In the southern hemisphere, these large river plumes actually turn to the left as they leave the estuary. That's a signature of the Coriolis force. That's what the Earth rotation. Okay, it's Earth rotation that determines the pathway. Plus, you can see here also indication of eddies formed. There are eddies formed, horizontal mixing, and you can follow the front. This is the direction of the flow. So now you go, your grandma calls again and wants, I want to see a river plume. And you go to some small river outlet, maybe to the Glenelg River or some little outlet or so. You'll be surprised that not to see that. So in the morning the flow might actually go to the left, and then you think, it's the Coriolis force, and then in the afternoon it goes to the right. No, the smaller river plume forms, actually the deflection of that plume is more influenced by the tides, and you also learn about tides later on. It's only the large plumes which have a persistent strong output of fresh water that are show these systematic deflection and follow only along one directional parallel to the coast. All right, river plume fronds, one type of density fronds, very productive regions, very productive regions.